just to let you know. Standards that I to show you. Keeping to me tonight. Come on in, y'all. Let's have a discussion. Uh, 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 uh. Go to my channel. Give me a second. Hello. Hey, y'all. Hey, Brit. Hey, Sting. How are y'all this evening? Let me put my comments up on the laptop. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Thank you so much, Sting. Welcome to the family. Hello, Jam 66. Hello, I am Michelle. Hello, Miss Lady Charisma. Yeah, so it's been a minute since I've been on here, and I just wanted to come chit chat with y'all for a little while about a discussion me and my best friend had, and I wanted to get y'all thoughts and opinions on OnlyFans. Um, so y'all know nowadays you gotta have multiple streams of income in order to survive out here in this world. No matter what your job is, things can happen in an instant and you can be in a messed up situation. So I'm a hustler. And if it's legal and you bring it to me, I may think about it. So my best friend called me and she said, Girl, I was talking to my homeboy and he said that his homegirl sell her feet pictures on OnlyFans and she make a ton of money doing it. So the little hustler in me said, for feet pictures, what all she gotta do? She just showing her feet. So she said, as far as she know, that's all she doing is just, showing her toes. And I know that guys got fetishes and they into those type of things. And I remember reading something a while ago that Evelyn off of Basketball Wives, I think it was, she has a OnlyFans where she sells pictures of her feet. So I was thinking about it and I was like, well, if that's all you got to do is sell pictures of your feet, honey, and people gonna buy them, that's too easy. So she said, maybe, that's something you can look into. So I thought about it, honey. That little conversation went into simple sell your feet pictures into little soft porn before I knew it, because then she started talking about you got it, you gonna need props and you gonna need toys and you have to play with them with your feet in order to keep people engaged and all of that. And that's where she lost me, honey. That's kind of where I was like, okay, it went from simple, all I got to do is take some pictures of my feet, which I always got my doggone shoes off any got doggone way, to now I done moved in the soft porn category. So what do y'all feel about OnlyFans? Would y'all ever consider it? Would y'all ever consider selling y'all feet pictures? or doing anything of that sort on OnlyFans. I know a lot of people when they think of OnlyFans, they when they think of OnlyFans, they naturally attribute it to sexual or somebody on there doing either stripping or nude stuff or something like that. But I know people on there that don't do anything sexual as far as like selling feet pictures. Um, it's people on there that do dance with their clothes on, but they sell the illusion, the whole thing like that. That ain't, up my alley. But the whole feet picture thing had me it had me going there until, the whole little props. And now I'm like, girl, now you got me all up here whacking stuff off of my toes. Like, how we get here? How in the hell did we get here? Hey, live, laugh, and love, baby. I was like, honey, you had me at the door for a minute, but baby. And then I was like, where do you advertise this type of stuff at? Because ain't no way in this world I'm going on my regular Facebook page and putting that come and subscribe to my OnlyFans, because naturally people gonna think I'm on there selling A and T, and I just don't want to be caught up in that type of thing. But what do y'all think? Britt said I knew it was more than just feet pictures. I don't know, Britt, because I don't think Evelyn on there, whacking off and whatever with the feet pictures. I think she just strictly got feet pictures, but I don't know. I haven't seen her OnlyFans, but I don't know if she going that far. My best friend, sometimes she tend to go a little overboard with stuff. So I don't even know if you gotta do all of that. Look, the furthest I was thinking in my head was, okay, I'm gonna get some fishnets. That was the extent my mind was going. I wasn't thinking about all that old other stuff that she was talking about, baby. When she went into all that old other stuff, honey, she lost me. Miss Michelle says, I never been on there and probably never go. I have been on there once. My homeboy was showing us different people that he subscribed to and the different things that they do on there. So it was a whole selection of different people that he was subscribed to. I always said on my page, if y'all ever subscribe to me, I'll probably be on there cooking greens and telling y'all an old story. Like you thought you was coming on here for something else, and I'll probably be sitting up there with a moo on cooking greens and talking about which type of pork is best to cook in them. I'm real boring when it comes to stuff like that. But she made it seem so doggone simple till she had me. So is that something that you would consider doing, and where would you advertise it at? Because I just can't see myself going on my regular Facebook page with my mama, my grandma, and talking about some join my OnlyFans. Like that's just something I just can't see myself um doing. Let me see. Jam said thanks for speaking to him. The voice said new sub, good evening to you all. Hello, new sub. Thank you for joining us. You said you were never Brit. Why wouldn't you? What about it turned you off from it? Is it that people, what you would think people will correlate that to you doing something sexual, or what about it will make you not want to do it? Jam Singh says she's sorry she didn't see you, baby. So what about you would this like turn you off from doing it? Cause I'm in my mind, honey. Britt says I'm too old and I have children, so it's a no. Okay, is it because you have young children or because you have children? Period. Because to me in my head, like I don't see anything wrong with feet, like just selling pictures of your feet. Now, when you cross, now when you start talking about doing all that stuff, my best friend was doing it. Yeah, then that's a little bit too far for me. But just simple feet pictures, I'm like, dang, you got your feet. Especially me, like I got my feet out all the time. I done took plenty of feet pictures. I have my feet already on Facebook plenty of times, whether it's in my shoe, whether it's just me with my feet up on my couch. So what's the difference in that and me making some coin doing it? Hey, Miss Florida Red, welcome in. Brittany says it's mainly my boys. They don't want nobody looking at my feet, hands, or nothing. Okay, I definitely can understand that. I definitely understand that. Miss Sting said, hello, everyone coming in the chat. I could definitely understand that, especially having sons that they wouldn't want their mom looked at in that type of way. Hey, sissy. I can definitely understand that. Hello, Miss Alice. So, anybody else, sis, what do you think about that? What do you think about selling your feet pics on OnlyFans? Would that be something that you will be against, or would that be something that you would consider? We just gonna go strictly with just the feet pics, everyday feet pics, maybe in some stockings. That's it. Would you be for, or because you have a son, would that be something that you are totally against? And what do y'all do if y'all have any side hustles? What are some of the things y'all do on the side to make extra income on top of your 9 to 5? Hello, Miss Janae. Because I've sold dinners before, but that is very time consuming. I've baked. Um, back in the day, I used to have a daycare, so I've done that. I had a cleaning business, but at this point in my life, I want to work smarter and not harder. So I want to do something that doesn't require a lot from me. Hello, boss lady. Miss Michelle says the fact of having thousands of people getting getting off on my feet it just sounds disgusting to me. I can understand that. Hey, my twin. I could definitely understand it. And when you put it that way, Miss Michelle, it sounds disgusting. It definitely does sound disgusting. So I was telling somebody this the other day. So if you following me on Facebook, it's a public message that I have out there. And it was a message that I have from one of my homeboys. And he hit me up one day and he asked me, was I on Plenty of Fish? And he asked me, first he said POF. And I was like, what the heck is POF? And he said plenty of fish. So I was like, no. And I said, why you asked me that? So he took a screenshot and he sent me a whole doggone profile of what was supposed to be me on Plenty of Fish, but it was someone stole my pictures. And this had happened. This was probably like the fifth or sixth time this had happened at this point. So someone stole my pictures, made a whole fake profile on Plenty of Fish, and they were me. But the whole details about who I was supposed to be and all of that, of course, was something that they made up on their own. So I was just thinking, how many people actually steal our pictures off of social media? And what are they doing with them? Because we know, how many people do you know have your picture in their phone and you haven't given it to them. Like I have people who have my picture saved in their phone as my profile picture or whatever, and I never given them that picture. They just take the picture off of Facebook. And so my homeboy told me one day, he said, "You will be surprised how many marriages you have saved." And I said, what does that mean?" He says, "You don't know how many people fantasize about women that they'll probably never meet on the internet. And when y'all post y'all pictures, that's all that they have of you. And so those they take those pictures and they do what Miss Michelle said, and they live out there that fantasy in their head. And so I never thought about it that way. And so for a while, I stopped posting pictures on social media because I never really thought, what can people be doing with our doggone pictures? And then after I started getting alerted that people were using my pictures on social media sites, you really don't have no control over what people do with the pictures that you post on social media. That's why I'm against people posting their children on social media, because it's one thing to be an adult and have your pictures out there, but your children and you don't know what these people are out here doing with the pictures. That's a scary thing when it comes to your babies, even with yourself, but with your babies. Mm-mm. Hello, T1000 RD Tim 3. Welcome in. Hold on one second. Miss Florida Red says, "I thought OnlyFans was explicit sexual acts, but a friend told me not really. No, it's not." Yes, twin, I'm finally live, baby. I'm finally back. Miss Florida Red say you shouldn't be so cute. Oh, thank you. Miss Michelle said, "But some people might be crazy and try to find you." And that's either way, even here on YouTube. Miss Michelle, I have random people that inbox me or random people that email me. I never know who these people really are, because all we see is little bitty pictures of you all, and some people don't even have their real name on here. So we really don't know who's actually trying to pick apart our lives and what they're, looking up when it comes to us. So that's just being out here in the public. You really don't know what people are trying to find out about you, what they know about you. So you just have to stay protected and definitely stay prayed up. Hello, Miss Geraldine. I'm well. How are you? Miss Michelle says, "That's why I don't like when people take pictures of their kids in certain ways, because we don't know who's saving those pictures." Absolutely. Absolutely. And not only that, Miss Michelle, even if you take the picture in an innocent way, you have some people out here that are mentally ill. And even if it's an innocent picture, because they have that illness, that innocent picture can be horrible in the wrong hands. And so I'm just not for posting kids on social media because of that very fact, and especially kids with their skin exposed. Even though some people don't care whether they're covered or not, but especially with their skin exposed. Hello, Pink baby. Say hey, you gonna learn today. Just stopping by to say hey. I'm already hit the like button. I appreciate you, baby. Everybody's saying hi to Pink. I'm going down. Pink is speaking to everybody. Yes, Miss Mel, she changed her name. So yeah, it's definitely something to be concerned about when you posting your pictures or in your children's pictures on social media. Just something that you might want to keep in mind that you probably never even thought about. How is your pictures being used? Is your pictures being used in a way other than what you intended them for? Because had I not had an incident the first time my pictures was used, it was from some crazy chick that called herself not liking me, and she posted my telephone number as well as my pic on some site, and so random people was calling my phone all type of night, all doggone day. I had no idea who these people were until somebody finally told me that my number, I gave them my number on some doggone dating site, which I know I had never been on a dating site. So it's some weird people out here and they do some crazy doggone stuff, okay? So it's not just the men you have to watch out for, it's some crazy women out here that don't like you for whatever reason, and they want to ruin your reputation, they want to ruin your image, so you never know. So you just have to be really um just really cautious about what you post out here and make sure that it's something that you don't mind other people seeing. Miss Janae said people are sick, really sick, and especially when, hello, Miss Lisa, and especially when they got it out for you, honey. And some people you don't even know why they got it out for you. They just don't like you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't did nothing to this person, but they have this secret animosity against you. And honey, they will go to the extreme, okay? Miss Mel said, yes, these people are weird and that's ridiculous. Absolutely. Okay, y'all. But since y'all not interested in going on OnlyFans, so I have a question, another question, and this is a serious question. I had made a video yesterday about the 4 Americans that were kidnapped in Mexico. And there was an issue with my video, so I privated it until YouTube resolves it. But some I don't know. It's something in the milk is not clean to me. Something is not sitting well with me about the whole story. And so I'm not sure how many of you all are familiar with that story. Boss Lady said, let me delete my home screen photo of you of my phone. Not damn. It's too late now, sis. But so today I was reading another article and I was just gonna do an updated video. But I was reading another article which said that supposedly they got lost on the way to the doctor's office. So Latavia is the young lady who went over there um to have the surgical procedure, the tummy tuck. And the other people went with her as a comfort, just to go with her as support. And supposedly there was some confusion, and as they crossed over into Mexico and they took them out of their vehicle, put them in a, a truck and kidnapped them. They took them to a house. Um, and I actually had a clip of when they were allegedly kidnapped and put into the vehicle. But YouTube be tripping. Um, and that's when 2 of them was found alive and 2 of them was deceased. So what how, how did 2 of them survive and 2 of them was murdered. Like, how did that happen? So something to me is not sitting well with me with the whole story. And supposedly the doctor office had sent them a map once she was in communication with the doctor's office, and they sent her a map to where they was at. Now we don't know whether or not she ever opened the map to see if she was going in the right direction, if she even had time to do that, if she just ran into a messed up situation, wrong place, wrong time, or was it a setup? Now, I did hear a story before on TikTok, and I'm not sure if you are familiar with this story, where this couple went over, I forgot what country it was, and she went over to get her teeth. It was a young lady and a man, and they went over, the young lady went to get her teeth fixed. And when she went over to get her teeth fixed, the doctor's office had arranged for her to have a ride to the hotel. They partnered with this hotel and this ride company, so everything was like together. But she said something was fishy automatically when she even got into the ride. She just felt something was off. She said when she got into the hotel looked totally different than what she had saw on the internet. She said she wasn't comfortable in the hotel. She took her passport and her ID and everywhere with her because she wasn't comfortable. She said she felt so scared that she put her passport and her license underneath her wig, and that's how she will walk around. So she said on her way to the doctor's office the day that she was supposed to go, they were trying to charge her or something extra money to take her. And then, in those other countries, you have to pass checkpoints and they have armed guards and things like that. And basically, she was alluding to they were trying to extort them for more money. And she said it just all seemed like a setup and everything was arranged by the dentist office over there. So I'm wondering if it's something like that was going on, or was it something that one of them was privy to. Something to me is just not sitting right with me with this whole story. And they're trying to say that it has something to do maybe with the cartel. That was one of the suggestions that came out. And then they were saying that something they thought they were may have been smuggling something, that they were a part of some Haitian group or something like that. They don't look Haitian at all. Miss Michelle said, "Cause why only unalive two and leave two alive?" Exactly. That's my thing, Miss Michelle. Miss Mel said, "Yes, that story has a lot of missing pieces." And it was just weird because I read the status from the sister of Zendale. Zendale Brown, I think his name is. And his sister was saying that after she started looking for her brother, I think Thursday night was the last time she said she spoke with her brother. If you all would like me to do an update, because I don't have all of my notes. That laptop is actually dead with all of my notes. If y'all would like me to do another update on what the sister was saying, let me know and I'll do one tonight and have it uploaded for you all in the morning, because the sister, she actually, I think she said she lost communication with the brother after Thursday night. So just let me know. I can put that together tonight for y'all. Miss Michelle says, I think that it was a drug thing. I don't know, but I know that that part of Mexico is on the do not travel on the list of do not travel for Americans. So if you're planning on traveling to any foreign countries, make sure you look on the list to see what level these countries are at and if it's safe for you to travel there. Uh, T1000 said, "Did you see the kidnapping? It was in broad daylight." Yes, ma'am. I actually had the footage in the video that I posted, but hopefully YouTube would get their stuff together and I can repost it soon. Miss Michelle said, "And they made up the people smuggling thing." Mm-mm. Ms. Janae said, "Third world countries have too many secret ways and laws." Yeah, and if you're not familiar with where you're going, and I wouldn't go. I definitely wouldn't go. Boss Lady says they didn't know where they were at. Yeah, and so she allegedly she was in communication with the doctor's office via Facebook, I think they said it was. So when she contacted them and said that she was lost, they sent her a map of how to get there. So I don't see how between that and that message did they get caught up in some type of confrontation and ended up getting kidnapped. So they were saying it was a confrontation, but I haven't read anything that said they were in the confrontation or they were in a part of the confrontation. It keeps saying it was a confrontation right before that happened. But okay, a confrontation about a what involving who and how did it have anything to do with those four individuals? And they're trying to make it seem like the wrong place, wrong time. That's what I'm kind of coming to the conclusion. T1000 says that's what I said. How did two survive with no info? And far as I know, not sure if they are conscious. Um, yeah, I know. I forgot which the young man name was that he was shot in the leg, and Latavia, she survived. I think Zendel, Zala, Zalatanya Grant, I think that's his sister name on Facebook. I know her brother passed. Her brother was one of the ones that passed. Boss lady said they drove into a gang war. Ooh-wee. Miss Florida Red says, same thing I was wondering. Why was only two unalive? Why not four? Exactly. It just don't, it's something in that milk not clean. Hello, Miss Blossom. She said, hey, cousin and cousins. It's been a long time since I've been over here. Yes, baby, I'm back. Miss Mill says, I heard the cartel was responsible. They said the cartel, but I don't think the cartel actually had anything to do with it. Could have been, but you know, when people love to talk about Mexico, they love to throw the cartel in there. Was that a way to just sweep it under the rug and say the cartel has something to do with it just to give them an excuse? Or did the cartel really have something to do with it? Because there were receipts found in the and paperwork found in the car stating that she did have paperwork for the medical facility, so that part was true. So where did this whole drug deal part come in at? So in the midst of her going to get a surgical procedure, she just decided that she wanted to make a drug deal on her way as she went past. Like, I don't believe, excuse me, that it had anything to do with drugs. And that's just my opinion. And that would be a hella cover up to put down a deposit for a tummy tuck to cover up a drug deal. Okay, by the way, while I go drop these drugs off, let me go get a tummy tuck while I'm there. Just doesn't make any sense. Hello, Miss Tracy. T1000 says the news is so unbelievable now. Cartel was too calm for me. Miss Blossom says, "Hey, my queen, boss lady Geraldine, Lisa, and it's Mel. Miss Mel." Miss Florida Red says, "I was never afraid before, but child, I'm scared to travel abroad these days." Yeah, they definitely make it very, very uncomfortable to even want to plan a trip. Like, child, if it ain't on my front porch, I'm scared to go nowadays because you just don't know um what be going on in these other countries, and especially Mexico. Mexico is definitely off of my list after Shanquilla, and then this situation. Mexico, it's they don't want to come across as a place that where Americans feel unsafe. But that's where it's starting to feel like what are you all doing about the Americans that are being unalive there, that are being injured there? It's just a whole bunch of brushing stuff under the rug to me. T1000 said, "Look like cartel run the place." To me, I'm just saying, and it definitely could be, baby. Cino, hello, Cino, said, "I think they were buying drugs and Operation was a cover story. Who takes three men for a BBL and not a woman? And how was she going to lay down with all those people in the car?" Oh, so wait a minute. I thought it was another woman with, Lord, I'm mad at my laptop. I'm gonna do a follow-up story because yeah, that laptop is dead with all my notes. So I forget the name of all of the people that was with her. So that's wow. Okay. Oh, Miss Steen says, "So is Mexico the new unaliving place?" Now it sounds like it, right, Steen? Like if you want to get away with something, just going over to Mexico. T1000 says, "Yes, they have put it on high alert not to visit." Absolutely. Beautiful Blossom said, "Make me don't want to leave the United States, baby. Not even my front porch, honey." Hello, Miss Shirley. Um, Miss Mel says, "Something is really fishy about this case. I'm still following up. I don't understand why they a non-tourist area. Why they were in a non-tourist area? Because supposedly they got lost. So that's why, I guess that's why they were right there, because they got lost. So what they said. Hello, Miss Amelia. Hello, Miss Christina. Good to see you as well. Miss Michelle is agreeing with you. See, no. Miss Florida says, "See, no. Oh, I didn't know it was one female and three males. I agree because after surgery, you must lay on your stomach." Yeah, I definitely have to go through my notes because if that's the case, that is definitely strange. I don't remember the names. I remember Zendale because I just got done reading about his sister, but I don't remember the names. And I remember Latavia. T1000 says, "So is the victim talking?" I haven't seen anything from the victim, T1000. I only heard from the victim's, Latavia's mother, her cousin, and Zendale's sister. Those are the only people that I have read things from. And in the clip that I showed, the cousin, Latavia's cousin, and the mom was speaking in that clip. Boss lady said they needed a tour guide going there to translate. For real, they were lost. And twin, I was just telling someone this story earlier about when me and a friend of mine went to Cancun. So we went to Cancun and we were going to Walmart, and we took the bus, and because of the language barrier, we spoke very little Spanish. So you had to get off as like it was a weird bus stop that was like on the freeway that you had to get off and like run across to get to this Walmart, but we didn't know that. So after we got off, and that was like the last stop that the bus actually stopped at. So by that time, after we passed that, we were the last two on the bus. And so it wasn't no stop anymore because now we on the freeway. So of course we can't communicate with the bus driver because we know very little Spanish and he doesn't speak any English. So as we trying to tell him like stop and to take us back to the hotel, he's steady laughing. So we drive for about 30, 45 minutes. And when I tell y'all, it looked like when you were, how you see it in the movies with the house made of put together pieces of tin and the makeshift roof that look like it's just put up there with a couple nails and the clothesline hanging outside with the dogs running around. That's exactly what it looked like. The roads were dirt roads, and it was this little shack that we pulled up to, and come to find out it was the bus little station, a little command little center. So we get off the bus to kind of look around and see where we at. Back then it was no picking up your cell phone and calling nobody because this was, I was in my 20s, and it was the language barrier, so it was nothing we can do. We looking around, the people just looking at us staring, nobody speak English. The whole time the guys are laughing at us. So they're telling us that they're not about to take us back to the hotel. It's nothing we can do. We stranded, we in the middle of doggone nowhere. So we get back on the bus and refuse to get off the bus. So eventually I guess he had to get back to his route, so he tells us we have to pay again to get back on the bus that we never got off of. And he ends up taking us back to where I guess he had to start his route back again, which was the tourist area. When I tell you that was the one of the most scariest experiences of my life, to be in the middle of somewhere where you can't speak the language and no one can understand you and you don't know where you're at and you don't know how to get out of that situation and people are just laughing at you. Listen, I didn't leave off that doggone strip after that. If my feet couldn't take me there, I did not go. And I every time I go to another country, I be scared to leave off the where the tourists are because of that experience, and especially when you do not know how to speak the native tongue there. Because baby, that was scary. Thank the Lord we made it through, but that was a very scary experience. Miss Blossom said, "Far as I'm going is New Mexico. Forget that leaving the country." I feel you, baby. Florida Red said, Blossom Child, we are doing a welcome back for Mika. She has not been live for a while, only been uploading videos. Yes. I'm so glad y'all here tonight. Miss Michelle said maybe they lured them to that spot. Could be, Miss Michelle. Could definitely be. T1000 says, so four people went for one person to get a tummy tuck. Yes, ma'am. Miss Blossom said that's what I be watching. I really haven't been on like that either. Miss Florida Red. C No says keep in mind this is not her first time over to Mexico. She did not look like she had any other work done. Oh, interesting. Interesting. See, no, I didn't know she had been over there before. That's interesting. Miss Mel says, right, I barely want to be out of my house, let alone another country I don't know anything about. Miss Boss Lady said, I'm going to Cancun. Damn that. Oh, Boss Lady, just be careful, baby. See, no said, no offense, but sis looked the whole mess. Ooh, baby. See, no, I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with you. Miss Mills and Michelle. Michelle, you ain't no good. Miss Bell said, "Did you see the interview with the woman, mother, and children?" No, I did not with her children. I seen the one with the mom. Miss Flores said, "See, no, oh, so maybe there was really another reason for the visit." Y'all, I'm getting back on this tonight. I'm gonna do some deeper research into this because y'all got me real interested now because I already felt like something was not right in my spirit now, honey. Y'all know I'm investigation station, so I'm gonna get back into it tonight after this live. Miss Michelle said she seen that mail. Mel said, but they said she visited Mexico a couple of times before somebody lying somewhere, in my opinion. That's what C Note just said. I didn't know that. Mel said that was crazy, Michelle. The mom seemed like she knew more than what she was saying. Oh, y'all got me interested, honey. Um, Boss AC, that's why I'm stay my butt on the resort. Yes, please do. And if you at least try to learn the um basic words before you go so you can at least try to have a conversation, at least a basic conversation. Miss Mel said, "I don't know. I don't know even know why they had them babies on that interview. They was tired, falling asleep. Oh, I got to go watch that." Hello, Miss Sylvia says, "Wow, that is scary." Miss Mel said, "Wow, I know that was very uncomfortable. Very." Miss Blossom said, "Yes, I would have been scared as heck, man. Yes." Miss Michelle said, "What if the that driver did that on purpose for extra money?" Could have. You talk about my experience, Michelle. Could have, because I didn't understand why he was asking us for money to get back on the bus when we never even got off the bus in the first doggone place. Like, more money for what? Miss Mel said, "I pray it wasn't a setup." Shaking my head. All of these mysterious cases happening in Mexico is ridiculous. Hello, Miss Gilda. Miss Mel says, "I'm about to send you the video." Sis, okay, okay. Hello, Miss Annette. Said, "Oh my God, I caught you live." Yes, oh my God, I'm glad you caught me. Okay, okay, twin. Miss Steen says, "If I ever go to Mexico, it will be with my son and his wife. She's Hispanic and speaks very good Spanish." Yes, please go with somebody who can speak the language over there. As long as you're on the tourist part, you're fairly good because at least the people who work there, if they can't speak English well, they at least understand for the most part what you're trying to say to them. But once you go off of that strip, off that tourist strip, baby, you on your own. And if you don't know how to speak or try to convey what you're trying to say to them, baby, you are lost. And that is a very scary situation when you are just clueless about everything, where you're at, what they're saying to you, why they're laughing, how you're going to get back to your destination, how far are you really from your destination. If you were to begin to walk back, which way do you even go? So that was a very, so I really strongly advise that if you do not know how to speak the language, just please try to stay in the area unless you have a guide, like one of the cousins suggested. Please try to stay in the area that the tourists are in. Twin said, "You won't chase my butt in nobody hood, not even in America." Miss Annette says, "I'm Mexican and there's no darn way you're going to catch me in Mexico. It's just too dangerous. Anybody who has vacation plans in Mexico, please cancel." Yes, yes, because they are definitely telling you it's not safe to travel. Sino say also the wife, which is white, did not want to show her face on the first interview. And the two that were unalive had dreadlocks. My mother won a trip to Cancun If you go off the main strip, you get a tour. Yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely agree. So, definitely, baby. If so, how do you feel about is your mom? I know she's gonna wait until everything is safe for her to go to Mexico. But how do you feel about your mom going, or is she really gonna take them up on the free trip after all of these things are happening in Mexico? Thank you for stopping in, Miss Lisa. Have a good night. Miss Michelle says, Tino, did you see how the wife looked? Ooh, y'all got me. Y'all got me about to be all up in these folks' business. So Latavia, so okay, so y'all meaning to tell me that Latavia had the one who went over there for the procedure had been to Mexico a few times prior, not necessarily for any surgical procedures because we don't know if there's any evidence of that, but she had been over there before. And this was the other three first time being over there because I know I read that they said that these four were like freaking frat. When you see one, you seen the other three. So it wasn't a surprise to them that all of them were together. So when she went the first couple times, did she go by herself or did they go with her? Sino said we went 10 or more years ago and loved it. Yes, the wife looked like a junkie. Oh, Sino, I Miss Michelle said yes, she had been before 4%. Oh, hey Heath baby. Okay, Sino, did I miss something else? I read them too, baby. I think I read the one about the dreadlocks. Let me see if I missed another one. No, but I think I got you, baby. I'm glad you're here, Heath. Thank you for joining. Okay, so Michelle Orsino. So did the other four go with her the other times that she went, or was that they first time going with her? Because this is real interesting. So she was pretty familiar with at least that area. What did she go to the same dot? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to plug this. Okay, I'm sorry. I was trying to plug something up. So was she going back to the same surgical um place that she had went to before, or do we know that? Hello, Miss Nicole. Okay, all right. Thanks, sis. Okay. Miss Florida Red says heading to Aruba soon, child. I'm staying close to my living quarters and definitely not venturing out as I have done in the past. And that's sad that you will pay all that money for a trip and then you can't even go out to explore. Like that's really unfortunate. Miss Michelle said, I'm not sure if they went before. Okay. Hello, blessings. Hello, blessings. Hot topics. I finally caught your live, leaving work, driving home, and listening. Be careful on your way home, Miss Blessings. T1000 says, I didn't see a struggle either. Could be wrong. Look like he chucked them people on the back of the truck. I could be wrong. I didn't see a struggle either, but um, I could I could be wrong, but I think I did see weapons. So maybe that's why. Miss Blessing says hello to everyone in the chat, including mods. So maybe that's why Miss T 1000 that they didn't put up a fight or anything. But I'm definitely going to dig deeper into this because, like I said, something wasn't sitting well with me before I did this live, and since y'all have given me some more insight about some things that I didn't know myself, I'm definitely going to do some more research and see what I can come up with and try to get another video out by tomorrow afternoon for you all. Because even if she didn't go to that particular facility before, why was she so lost? If she has been there before a few times, she should be at least familiar with the area. Something ain't sitting right with me. But y'all, I thank y'all for welcoming me back. It's been a minute. It is so good to be here and to talk with you all and to have some open dialogue about different things. That's what I love about coming here and talking with y'all. We could talk about any and everything, but I'm going to dig deep into this case and see what else I can come up with. I probably won't be including any videos because YouTube be tripping on me, but I'm going to definitely tell you what I came across with what Zendel's sister said. Her account of when her brother went missing the last time she talked to him. I'm going to tell y'all what her last Facebook post said about her brother when she discovered her brother went off the beaten path and she hadn't heard from him. So, and whatever else I can come up with, I'm going to bring it to y'all. Miss Fortress said this is like an unsolved mystery episode. Absolutely. T 1000 said, okay, could be why they didn't put up a fight. Yeah, it could be, but I'm not 100% sure with that. T 1000, I got to watch the video again. C notes that it appears that the family did not have the story together. It appears they were buying drugs not in Mexico for surgery. And you know what? See, no, the first article that I read on the case, because remember, it happened on Friday, right? And then they didn't identify them to I think it was Monday when they put the reward out or whatever. Okay, so when I first read the article, it said that they went over there to buy medication. That's the first article I read. It didn't say anything about surgery. It said that somebody went over there to buy medication. It wasn't till later till they got identified till they said that Latavia went over there for a surgical procedure, and then later I found out it was a tummy tuck. But at first I did hear that they went over there to buy medication. And that's a big thing nowadays because medicines are cheaper over there. A lot of people go over there for surgical procedures, not only for the body but for the mouth as well, because you can get it at a fraction of the cost that you can get it for over here. So you have a lot of people that are American going over there for various different reasons. So that wasn't, that didn't alarm me when I heard that they were going over there for medicines. But the fact that the story changed from they were going over there to get medications to now a surgical procedure is definitely a red flag. See note. Miss Gilda says, why do people leave the country to have surgery? Miss Gilda, because it is cheaper. It's cheaper in other countries. So what you can get over there, you can get a whole mommy makeover, which is your breath, your liposuction, a tummy tuck, and all of that. You can get that probably for under $10,000, which over here that will cost upwards of $20,000, $30,000, and probably more than that, depending upon the surgeon that you choose. So it's way cheaper, and we all know that the dentist over here is very, very expensive, and you can go over there and get a whole mouth of implants for a few $1,000s. Over here they want a few $1,000s for one tooth. So, and if you remember, Chef Carmen went over to Mexico, allegedly went over to Mexico to have her teeth done, and because it's cheaper. So a lot of people, not only to Mexico, they go to the Dominican Republic is another popular place a lot of people go to have work done. So yeah, it's way cheaper over there. And also, not only that is way cheaper, on top of that, they take out more fat over there than we are allowed to take out over here. So I guess the laws are different over there than over here. Um you can see some morbidly obese people go over there, and they come back, and they are shaped like Jessica Rabbit when they come back. They not It's almost scary how much they have taken off of these people over there, and they wouldn't do that over here. And I don't know if they require the whole psychological evaluation over there and all of that, how they require that over here. You're welcome, Miss Gilda. But if everybody hearts and minds are clear, thank you for joining me. Thank you, C Note. And I forgot the other person who just joined today. Thank you for all the content creators who came over and hit the like button and joined us in the conversation. Let me see. Ms. Blossom said they sure do. And when you get a BBL, it seems like they butt won't stop growing, which is scary. Baby, them butts, excuse me, them butts be ridiculous, honey. They come back, baby. Honey, woo child. But anyway, know that I love you all from the bottom of my heart. I'm gonna get on this research for y'all, and I will be back soon. We will be having game nights very soon, so stay tuned for a post um about that. We will be having a very fun night soon. We're gonna be doing some more stuff over here. Miss Boston said, no, seriously, my friend went and her bum won't stop growing. Child, really? She got a deal, honey. Cino say, absolutely, sis. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me, Jam Jam. Said good night, Mika and Chat. Glad you back. Thank you so much. Miss Blessing said the U.S. is the only place I'll go to. I understand. Miss Mel says, thank God for the natural booty, honey. Miss Gilda said, Mika, you are as sweet as pecan pie. Oh, thank you. But yes, we will be having game night soon, so be looking out for that. I also want to come back and talk to you all about another topic that has been trending on TikTok. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but we'll get into that either tomorrow or Friday. But so just be having your notification, not just be having, Lord have mercy. Just set your notification bells on all so you know when I come on. I love you all, and I will talk to you soon. Good night.